Did you hear about that earthquake in Nepal, Dad?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I think they're saying something like over 8,500 people were killed. Centuries old Buddhist and Hindu temples were totally destroyed.
Heartbreaking.
Entire houses were ruined, villages were flattened.
Awful.
What if we went over there to help? Maybe we could lend a hand and help clear out some of the devastation or something.
Are you kidding? It's destroyed. Nothing but a pile of bricks.
The range of damage here is tremendous.
Yeah, some places are wiped out. Others, there are barely a scratch.
Let's go see the old temples and monuments that we saw in the news back in the States.
Okay, but they're just piles of bricks.
Here, in the time of earthquake in April 25, almost monuments from the Patan Darbar Square are fully damaged and partially damaged. Yeah, and that you see here in front of me, that's last row, yeah, what we call Vincent Temple, which was built in 1680. It was totally damaged during the earthquake, and this temple dedicated to Lord Vishnu, what we call Char Narayan temple. And this temple, it was built in 1564 AD. And this is one of the oldest temple in this whole Patan Darbar Square.
So, Robbie, we're calling our documentary Piles of Bricks. Because the bricks tell lots of stories. So maybe you could tell us a little bit about these bricks.
These bricks came from the various temples of this Patan Darbar Square after the earthquake, yeah?
All of them.
All of them, yeah.
So
And not only the bricks, you can see that's our roof also. You see in the bottom part of that piles of bricks over there.
The tiles.
That's the bottom, that's the tiles, yeah. The process is going in for the conservation of this whole Patan Darbar Square, yeah? So I think that in the Patan Darbar Square, that's the one INGO, what we call Kathmandu Valley Preservation Trust. And that's Kathmandu Valley Preservation Trust headquarters is in New York, in the United States. And here is the regional office in Patan Darbar Square. And I think that they plan to conserve almost monuments in this Patan Darbar Square. And they are in process for approval from the government of Nepal.
Oh, it's the Kathmandu Valley Preservation Trust. It was first registered in US in the state Massachusetts. As I said, it was established by our professor. And even though earthquake destroyed some of the valuable monuments, but we still have artifacts stored in the storeroom that can be reused while rebuilding it. So this is a good positive point of our monuments, We can reuse. Although some of the artifacts are damaged, but we can retrofit it, repair it. Actually, basically it depends on really the funding. Without fund, we can't move because materials are expensive, and as I said, that our monuments need timber, and timber is very expensive nowadays. So I can see how many years it will take, but we are proposing governments for 5 years period for the monuments that we have selected with our own, with its importance, not our own will, but it's important. So solely it will depend on fundings, how much time it will take. So I would invite all the people who are interested in saving Nepal's architectural heritage, which is an extraordinary in the world, to give some donations, how much they could offer it, to save all the monuments in and around the Kathmandu Valley.
Okay, Robbie, so where are we going now?
We are going to see the inner part of Patan Royal Palace. Yeah, according to your concept of piles of bricks, example of stone gate in Nepal. That you can see only in Patan Royal Palace, in Kathmandu Royal Palace. That's we have only few examples of stone gates.
Okay.
Is the goddess Tulja Bhavani temple, yeah, inside the Patan Royal Palace, dedicated to Tulja Bhavani. And it was partially, it's the roof damage during the April 25 earthquake. And some rumble from that upper portion of the temple is just, yeah, slipped down. After earthquake, within 10 minutes, yeah, we are in the Patan Darbar Square. We seized the Patan Darbar Square and nobody allowed to get inside because of these artifacts, yeah.
Were you at all worried, like perhaps that your house might be destroyed or perhaps that the church building might not be safe?
That time is I not a worry. I know on my house this is gone. This house is 40 years ago the build. This one not strong.
Have you seen any help from the Nepali government?
Yes, little bit. Government decide 2 lakh free help to destroy houses. And now 15,000 they give.
And here you're actually you're making tea. And
That is temporary cooking. In Nepal, border is sealed, and after they not give gas and petrol, and that is problem.
Well, this is my place. This used to be my place. This used to be my house. Well, when I actually usually come here, things get a little emotional because, like, I spend my whole life till now here. And then so after first shake, everybody, we went out to sleep at night. And then our eating, our staying, everything was outside the house, not inside the house, because no one dared to come inside. And because, like, the mini shakes were going on.
My side figure, my little cook.
So, were you worried at all about if your house was going to be destroyed?
गर्दन सबने पीर पर्छ नि
How about after? Like, were you at all scared during this course of events with the earthquake?
Yes, we were scared, what happened to our families, relatives. We are secured, but we don't know anything about our friends, relatives. At that moment, our cell phone also doesn't work. We tried to contact everybody, but we couldn't.
Yeah, it's a very difficult for us because we make our own home. Maybe it's a government planned to give to loan for the 2%. 2% they are give to loan for, but why when? Because I don't know. Because yesterday also I'm going to the Metropolitan City office, when they told me maybe it's a 1 year, 2 year, or 3 year, maybe 5 years. But when? Actually, we don't.
Now we are going to go interview the Miss. Yes, you. It's time for you.
Where were you during the earthquake?
I'm in church. I'm praying dust. This is my playground kitchen.
Oh, I see. We've been sitting in your playground. Gosh, what a nice family, those Nepalis.
This is back.
Granddad, mom, dad, son, daughter-in-law, daughter, friends. They seem to know everybody. So nice.
Yep. And still smiling, even after their house fell in.
Amazing. By the way, how much is 15,000 rupees?
Less than $150.
तर यो पनि बतासलाई खेदिएको जस्तो मात्र रहेछ भन्ने मैले थाहा पाएँ किनकि धेरै बुद्धिले धेरै दुःख ल्याउँछ धेरै ज्ञानले धेरै पीर आमीन। यो परमेश्वरको वचन हो।
तपाईँ परमेश्वर आफै भइकन तपाईँले नै अगुवाई गर्नुहोस् प्रभु। सबै तपाईँका अनुयायीहरूसँग तपाईँ हुनुहोस् अनि आउँदै गर्नुहुने हाम्रा मित्रहरूलाई पनि तपाईँको हातमा राख्नेछौँ, जसले गर्दाखेरि हामी एकै ठाउँमा भेला भएर अनि एकसाथ प्रभु तपाईँको नाउँलाई उच्चार्दै प्रभु।
एफिसीको 4 अध्यायको 12 र 13 पद। कसरी होचिने र कसरी बढ्ने म जान्दछु, परिपूर्णतामा होस् वा
अनि यो समय हाम्रो बीचमा बालबालिकाहरू सन्डे स्कुल, स्याटरडे स्कुल तपाईहरु जान सक्नुहुन्छ। टिचरहरू पनि सँगसँगै बिस्तारै
र तपाईले प्रतिज्ञा गर्नु भएको उद्धार म कहाँ आओस्।
गर्नुहरूलाई म जवाफ दिन सक्नेछु, किनकि म तपाईको वचनमा भरोसा राख्दछु।
म सँगसँगै परमप्रभुको महिमा गर र हामी एकसाथ उहाँको नाउँ उच्च पारौँ।
साँच्चै नै प्रभु उफ्रन्छौँ, यी सबै ताली बजाउँछौँ, यी सबै कुराहरूबाट तपाईँ जीवित परमेश्वरको नै महिमा भएको होस् प्रभु। हामी तपाईँ जीवित परमेश्वरलाई धन्यवाद गर्दछौँ। हाम्रो हृदयदेखि हामी तपाईँ परमेश्वरलाई दिने येशू प्रभुको नाममा है। हुन्छ, हामी पुग्नेछौँ।
यो त कस्तो ज्ञानी छ ल है। हात पनि बाँधेर बसेको छ, खुट्टा पनि बाँधेको छ, कस्तो गुड बोय छ भनेर भन्छ हो कि होइन? त्यो झुसुम किरा अगाडि आयो भने छेउबी भनेर भागेर हिँड्छ है। कस्तो बदमास बच्चा, कामै छैन त्यो बच्चा चाहिने। किन भन्दाखेरि यो बच्चाले चाहिँ एकदमै दुःख दिन्छ। यो बच्चा त झुसुम किरा जस्तै भन्छ हो कि होइन? है, त्यस कारणले त्यो झुसुम किरा त अब सबैले मन पराउँदैन, के गर्ने होला। तर ऊ बिस्तारै त्यो झुसुम किराबाट के भन्छ? के भन्छ? बटरफ्लाई। कस्तो राम्रो है।
अनि त्यसपछि हामी यहाँ हेऱ्यौँ भने अयुबको जीवनलाई हामीले हेऱ्यौँ भने चाहिँ अयुब 5:13 भन्दछ, उहाँले ज्ञानीहरूलाई तिनीहरूका चलाकीमा पक्रनुहुन्छ र द्रुतहरूको योजना खलबल पारिदिनुहुन्छ। यदि हामी ती कुराहरू त्यो हाम्रो जीवनमा योजना छन्, त्यो योजना चाहिँ जब जब पुरा हुन लाग्दाखेरि चाहिँ हाम्रो जीवनमा खलबलाइदिन्छ। तर नतिनुहोस्, परमेश्वरले त्यसलाई के गरिदिनुहुन्छ? विफल पारिदिनुहुन्छ। विफल पारिदिनुहुन्छ। हामीलाई कुनै तरिकाको डर छैन। परमेश्वरले सुरुमै भनिसक्यो कि आदिमा सबै कुरा बनाइसक्नु भएको छ। त्यो योजनामा हामी पनि थियौँ, हामी पनि छ। अनि त्यो योजना चाहिँ परमेश्वरले चाहिँ अब टेकअप गर्न चाहनुहुन्छ। बिस्तारै 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 माथि गर्न चाहनुहुन्छ। तर त्यो सक्षम अब हाम्रो जिम्मेवारी, त्यो कुरा चाहिँ अब हाम्रो जिम्मेवारी।
धन्यवाद दिन्छौँ पवित्र परमेश्वर प्रभु। यो सबै कुराहरू प्रभु तपाईँको हातमा हामीले राखेका छौँ। परमेश्वर पिताको प्रेम, प्रभु येशू ख्रीष्टको अनुग्रह, पवित्र आत्माको सङ्गति हामी हरेकसँग जगतको अन्त नहुन्जेलसम्म सदा सर्वदा रहिरहेका हुन्। आमेन।
Those kids sure love Sunday school, don't they?
Yeah, but they go to church on Saturday, so I suppose it'd be Saturday school. Sunday here is like our Monday, the beginning of the work week.
Right. Sunday school on Saturdays.
About the history of this place, the community here are very old. This city is very rich for its culture, who are affected by the earthquake. They have been supported by different NGOs and INGOs. We are trying to prepare a vision of this place. For now, some brothers who are studying engineer, their brothers are helping us. About the people over here, they are based on agriculture, but now the new generation are getting their education and getting jobs. But we are all one tribes, that is Mahajan. But now since 10 to 15 years, different tribes are migrating here. About the religion, mainly it's Hindu. But now there are other religions like Buddhism, Jesus. And after I also saw the houses falling down, and then I alone visit the whole village and found out that people were trapped inside and dead. So we took them out and gathered them in one place. In that time there was terror in everybody, and we were outside, don't have anything for temporary shelter. So for that night, whatever we get, we collected and spent night outside. So then next day we established the disaster management community and started to work, and found out that 24 people were dead.
Do you see the bamboo tent over there?
Yeah.
I think they are living over there right now.
Yeah. Well, each of these corrugated structures has a family in it, probably, right?
I think that it would take 1 or 2 months for rebuilding. Just I have mentioned, we don't want to have any problem because of the roads and the doors. Before we only heard about the earthquake from our elders, but now we did experience. So we don't want to ignore this and want to be prepared for the future. That's why even it may take a time, we want to be secured. This is a huge planning and it's very hard to implement, so may take maximum 5 years. Also people may be in the same place or may build a good temporary shelters that we will be visiting, which is provided by some organization. I don't remember the name. It's all about the budget, so this may be like 2 years. We have God Hari Siddhi and Goddess Trisiddhi Mai,
which is brought from Fulsuki and established here. So because of God Harsiddhi, this place is known over Nepal, and we have a big festival here in every 12 years.
So tell us about the living goddess, right? As I remember it, they find a young girl who's like fierce looking.
Yeah, right? Fierce looking, and she has to come from a certain family chain, and then she has to, she can't have any cuts or bruises on her from childhood, and that's how they select, and then they do, rituals and stuff like that, and they make her the goddess. Well, it's a small town, and nothing, like no major damage happened during the earthquake. So only a couple of houses down the road, and most of it still standing and strong. We're in this area called Dobigat. So I think previously it used to be this laundry town where people used to come and do their laundries. But now it has changed, and people from all sorts of background and live here.
What is their primary religion?
Hindu mostly. There are a few Christians and Buddhist as well. Most of the houses here are pretty strong, and the house that we're living in right now was built by my grandfather. So he built it from scratch, and he was an engineer, so he paid a lot of attention in, making this house strong. And this house is structurally very sound, and it can resist up to 9 Richter earthquake. Okay, this particular area is an urban area, so everyone has houses made out of bricks and cement, concrete, so these houses are pretty strong. In contrast to the rural areas where houses are mostly made out of stones and mud, So I think that's where the difference is. And the houses here are still standing strong because they're structurally really sound. So mostly people living in urban areas are educated. They have a settled job. They earn quite a good amount of money. So that is how it's possible to make strong houses.
What did you do?
I was in the kitchen, and then I think I was just walking by. So that's when the shaking happened. So I just ran for cover, just under those pillars there.
Under the pillars.
Yeah.
If we look around, what do we see?
Mostly we're in Lalitpur. So that area is Kathmandu.
Nice pile of bricks.
Yeah. You don't hear about the fancy, strong areas that weren't affected. The media shows the hardest hit areas, and then they lose interest.
Not us. Hope they'll let us come back. This place is awesome. Hey here. We were wondering if maybe you could show us around the Theological College.
Yeah, it's okay. You are most welcome in our National Theological College.
Well, thank you very much. So why don't you, we'll back away here. Just kind of show us, what do we have here if we're looking up at the place?
Yeah, this is my room where I used to stay with my wife as well as family. And this is ladies' room.
The whose room?
It is only for girls.
Oh, for the girls.
For the girls. Then the middle one was the office, as well as that last one is the boys' room.
Okay, then turn around, and so we have the...
This is our boys' toilet, and this is girls' toilet, and this middle one our bathroom.
The school really looks very new. How old is it? Can you tell us a little history?
It is it is 2 months before it is built.
What degrees do you teach here?
We used to give the BTS degree over here, Bachelor of Theology, and we used to give that degree as well as DTS, Diploma in Theology also. We don't have much kitchen materials.
Do you have propane?
Sorry?
Do you have propane?
Yeah. No, the gas is getting shortage. We don't have gas since 2 months.
So there is no gas.
Yeah, there is no more gas.
So how are you cooking?
We are cooking with the wood.
Okay, what do we have here?
This is our temporary kitchen because of shortage of gas. We do not have gas, so those are woods. Those are our woods. We used to cut into the pieces, and we used to burn it for cooking the curries and everything. This is our oven.
The oven.
Oven.
How do you cook?
We used to put the wood from here as well as here. Then we used to keep vessel over here and cooking over here.
I tell you the truth, no one can enter the kingdom of God unless he is born of water and the Spirit. Flesh gives birth to flesh, but the Spirit gives birth to spirit. You should not be surprised at my saying, you must be born again. The wind blows wherever it pleases. You hear its sound, but you cannot tell where it comes from or where it is going. So it is with everyone.
That is our well.
That's your well.
From where we used to use water. It is too deep. It has 83 rings.
So does that make it difficult to get?
Yeah, it is very difficult, but still then we are using by drawing water from such kind of bucket.
So, okay, can you drink it?
Yeah, we don't drink it.
I see also some clothes here. Are people doing their laundry?
Yeah, just they are washing their clothes.
And how are they doing the laundry? Do they wash it in this?
Yeah, from every day they used to wash.
They gotta wash.
At the time of afternoon.
Well, they look very clean.
Yes.
Okay. Was made. For in him was life, and the life was the light of men. 5. And the light seems in the darkness, and the darkness did not comprehend in it. 6. There was a man sent from God whose name was John. 7. This man come.
So here we have the girls warm, and here we have a tune.
Yeah.
Here, go ahead. Take a shot of that pie. So what do we have here? Hey, girl.
5 girls in this area.
And the girls all have their own bunk?
They don't have much book. Those are books as well as.
And you do have a computer. Maybe you can show us the computer.
Yeah, this is a computer.
You can show us the.
This is our computer. And once the computer was, at the time of earthquake, it was fallen down and it was destroyed. These are boys' drum that 3 students used to get adjust away.
Bread for these people to eat. 6. He asked this only to test him, for he already had in mind what he was going to do. 7. Philip answered him.
In early morning, from 4:30 to 5:30, once. Then the noon devotion from 2 to 3 p.m. and the 6 to 7 p.m. again.
So you have morning prayer at 4:30 in the morning.
5:30. 1 hours.
How many days a week?
5 days.
5 days.
6 days.
And what do they do on the other day?
Other days also they are actually this Saturday there's no more devotion at all because the Saturday service will be there. So.
All right, Saturday service. You're in church.
Sent. So he went and washed and came back seeing. And therefore the neighbors and those who previously had seen that he was blind said, "Is not this he who said and begged?" And some said, "This is he." Others said, "He is like him." He said, "I am he."
Clear. This is a non-denominational Protestant Christian college, right?
Yes, sure.
So what different types of denominations do you have?
We have different denomination, like even the student has come from the Church of God background also. And another thing from Nazarene background. as well as from Anglican. Some students are from the even Presbyterian also, and some from independent churches.
Wow, that place is amazing. I wonder how many of them were born Christians.
Not too many, I don't think. Most were born Hindu or Buddhist.
Boy, I'd love to catch a service up in those villages. Oh my God, how did we get up here?
This is Gorka, Dad. Ground zero of the earthquake.
Hope I don't have a heart attack. You know, this place is just going to be a pile of bricks. So this is why we need the four-wheel drive.
ट्याक्स काटेर जानुपर्ने पेनै छोडेछ के पेन भाबा दिनु न
कति रुपियाँ
50 रुपैयाँ हो
जम्मा आउँदैन पर्छ
पर्दैन पेन छ मेरो पेन
दाना चढ्ने यहाँ अलिकति यहाँ
But we have tea and cake. It's going. How you doing there? Having fun?
Yeah, having fun.
We having fun?
Yes, yes.
Watch your head. Watch your head. We're going through the swing? We're going through the swing. Watch your neck. Oh my goodness.
Namaste.
Namaste.
You are welcome to our village.
Thank you.
Please have a seat.
Thank you.
This type of crack.
Yeah.
Crack.
Yeah.
Inside, outside.
Jamosi. Jamosi.
So, where are we today?
District Gorkha र सानो दर्बुङ सैमुरे.
Could they tell us a little about the history of the place before the earthquake?
Before the earthquake, also this place was dangerous because of the floods and landslides in monsoon season. Now after the earthquake, this place is more dangerous than before. And Nepal government also think this place is dangerous.
Okay, so we see that all of these houses are still standing. What damage, if any, has taken place since the earthquake?
Even though the houses here looks fine, the foundation have become weak because these houses are made of mud and bricks. Before it was attached together, but now it is separated, and also there are aftershocks happening. So we haven't dared to stay in these houses. Instead, we are living in the temporary shelters, and government also advise us that these houses are not good to live in.
I'm amazed at how this is put together.
Has any damage taken place to your home or the church?
In church, there are simple cracks, but in my house, there are cracks from top to bottom. So I was afraid to stay in, so I built the temporary shelter and living there.
Do you have any plans for repairing your home?
We are in confusion. Government provided us 15,000 and told us for now build a temporary shelter and later we will provide you according to your damages. But we haven't expected.
What were you able to do with that 15,000 rupees?
15,000 was only enough for buying the zinc sheet, and for building we had to spend our own money.
So you mentioned that the Nepali government has said that they will offer you more money to help rebuild your home, but that you don't expect it. What will you do if you don't get the money from the Nepali government that they promised?
We are in confusion, so saying, God, you know everything. Building or not building, everything is in your hand. We handle it in God's hand. What to do, we don't know anybody.
You know, where you expect to see the most destruction, the houses are mostly standing.
Yes, but there is more than meets the eye. Those houses aren't safe, though folks will move back in when it gets cold, I bet, dangerous or not.
Tough choice. Getting crushed or freezing to death.
नामले होइन कामले हामीले बुझ्न सक्नु पर्दछ लभ एज अ प्राइभेट हेर्नुहोस् है त पासको 1 देखि लिएर 3 सम्म हेर्यो भने द प्यारलल फेलोशिप इक्वालिटी ट्रिनिटी गॉड द कमान्डमेन्ट हेर्नुहोस् है त पहिलो कुरा चाहिँ के प्यारलल हुनु पर्यो हाम्रो संगति प्यारलल विथ गॉड with the people those who are called by God हाम्रो संगति हाम्रो प्रेम यदि गर्नुपर्छ भने सबभन्दा पहिला परमेश्वरसँग र मानिसहरूसँग त्यसै हुनुपर्छ हेर्नुहोस् यसरी उठाउने हे प्रभु यो बन्दुकले कसैलाई मार्न नपरोस् अनि मलाई पनि कसैले नमारोस् हालेलुया खास 3 दिनपछि जब फोन गर्ने ठाउँ पायौँ आमा र बाबुले यसरी भने मेरो प्रभुले मलाई बचाउनु भयो मेरो साथी बिसार त गयो हालेलुया This is solar power.
Yeah, for the hot water.
Yeah, hot water, but no water. We have solar water, solar power, but no water.
No water.
No water.
Where is the water?
If we buy the water by tank, water will be there, but other way don't have the water.
So how do people clean?
We have the wells, so we pick up from the well and we clean. For the drinking, we carry from here to another place, maybe 10 minutes from here. And our children, the adults, elder children brings the water for drinking and cooking.
So these solar panels, you guys use cold water for cleaning?
Yeah.
Must get cold.
Very cold. But we don't have the water. That's the thing, you know. We don't have water.
Is it because of a pump?
No. No water available. The shortage in Kathmandu Valley. Very few water. But here this area is empty. We don't have the water.
but this is not very close. We cannot pump up.
And you can't pump it from the well out there.
No, the well water is not drinkable. It's very, very dirty. So, once upon a time there was water, but now there's no water. Yeah, because of this area, that time no many houses. Now is no any empty place. Everywhere the houses in this area.
So when you started here, when you built here, it wasn't so crowded.
No, that time there no houses, no crowded, very few people, and plenty of the water. We do not need the pump up. The water is come up to here, the third floor also, I know. So now there's no water. Even though we pump up, no water cannot come. What's your name?
June.
John. Okay. What is your name?
Asis.
Asis. And this one?
Susan.
Susan.
Okay, I've noticed there are a lot of guitar players in Nepal.
Yeah, our children know. Even though I'm not teach them, but we bring the instruments for them. They play and they are very good guitarists. Yeah. This is boys, and many boys they slave. Some slave 3 or some 2. So they are very good.
So I see over here books.
Yeah, books. Actually, this is a school books.
These are their school books.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a bedroom.
The bedroom, right?
My wife is sleeping here.
Your wife sleeps here.
Yeah, with my wife, 5 children sleep.
5
here.
children.
Yeah, not this side and this side,
Uh-huh.
and line by line.
I
5
see.
children.
And where do you sleep?
I sleep in a small room over there.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good. All right.
And she's my wife, Nani Betty.
Hello.
Namaste.
And this is your kitchen.
Yeah, this is kitchen.
Wow, look at it all. Let's look.
And
at
this is rice cooker. We cook the rice here.
Yes.
And so.
Well, you cook for how many people?
46? 47, 48. She and me and 48. 46 children and
you too.
Yeah.
Oh, how much
Yeah.
rice do you eat every day?
I do not know, but she knows.
Is it 1 bag, 2 bags?
1 bag.
1 bag every day.
1 day.
Good. Okay. Well, thank you. So I see you have a Nepali flag. You have an American flag.
Australian flag.
Australian flag.
Yeah, okay. This is God's room. They sleep here. We have the more gods.
Come on. Go ahead. No, keep going. Bye.
आइसियुमा राखेको छ
So where are we going, Amit? Up the hill. Okay.
What happened here as it relates directly to the earthquakes?
At the time of the earthquake, 4 people died over here, and few dozens were injured.
So the help that this village received immediately after the earthquake, was this primarily from the government or from non-government organizations?
People from different organizations had brought food here in nearby club. but distributed after 3 days, which was rotten and smelling bad, not good for health. It was best if they had distributed on the same day. They distribute on this Taplung village little late. Food were brought sometime at the day or at the evening. So think that they also don't had time to distribute as soon as they got the foods. But although they brought us the foods, so we thank them and also got one bag of rice for us.
So it seems that this place has hardly been touched. Are there any plans for rebuilding as of yet?
Actually, they are waiting for the Nepali government. So they haven't touched this thing because if they do the personally, then Nepal government won't help them to work on this rebuilding.
So you are expecting the Nepali government to help? Could you tell us a little about the history of the place before the earthquake?
Before the earthquake, this place was developing and people were generating income and were building new houses. But when the earthquake happened, I think people had to spend their money and also didn't had work. So now it would take about 10 years to recover because nobody had their houses. Only 2 or 3 houses are there, otherwise everybody are in temporary shelter.
Have you guys been affected by the fuel shortage?
Usually these things won't affect us. We need only rice, dal, salt, oils. So we don't need petrol because we walk. For cooking we use firewood. So we only need foods.
Could you tell us exactly what you were thinking and feeling?
I thought it is like this, everybody's house are destroyed, but we don't have to suffer any death. Houses can be built later also. Living together with the family, not only our but everybody's houses are destroyed. Reliefs were also here, but I encourage not to look after those things, but generate income ourselves and build our house.
I'd like to hear from the wife, how she felt during the earthquake.
What to say? I was scared and cried, screamed, gathered my children and gathered outside and called my husband.
So you're a part of the community council of some sort. What, if anything, what are they doing for the earthquake relief right now? Are you guys helping in the rebuilding of anybody in the village, or what have you guys been going through as the earthquake has struck?
Yes, we do. We have one community here in the village with 7 members. So whatever we receive for relief, we distribute them according to the name list we have collected. Government have provided 15,000 rupees and other organizations have provided zinc sheets for the temporary shelter, and I don't want to depend upon government because for how many could government can help. So I wanted to earn myself and recover my family from this disaster, and if I could, I want to help other also.
Have you seen any help from governments outside of Nepal, like from some other countries?
I think a group of people from one organization from Taiwan came and provided sleeping bags and provided medical camps.
Well, here's a pile of bricks for you.
Yeah, the brick factory. Ta-ta!